Hi muckers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having a good day. Thank you for being here. Today's video is one that I have been thinking about all day, and I didn't know how I was going to approach it because I didn't want to not talk about this, but I also wanted to be sensitive and I wanted to be productive with whatever that means in this specific conversation with this video. So what I am going to be doing is including in the pinned comment and the description of this video a bunch of links, a bunch of resources, a bunch of GoFundMe for the victims' families. I'm going to be including as much as I can. Please go check it out, and I really feel like that's the conversation as content creators we should be using our platform for doing whenever something like this happens. And there was something that happened last night in regards to this that Trisha Paytas did. And whenever this happened last night, I got so angry, I got livid, and I was in the process of tweeting about this devastating event that had happened, and also being so furious that someone with a platform as big as Trisha Paytas was being as irresponsible and selfish when something like this happens and was using her platform for that. So, at the same time as me calling Trisha out today, I'm aware of what my job is here. I'm aware that I come to you with the drama. I'm aware that I come to you with the latest on all of these people. And I'm going to do that today. But before I get into that, to film this video, and actually before I get into that, I'm very aware that you're probably aware that is what has happened, and I saw this video from Steve Kerr talking about what had happened, and he is from the Golden State Warriors. I don't really keep up with sports, and I have no previous knowledge of this man, but I saw him talking about this, and I thought that it was exactly what people with a platform should be speaking like when it comes to this. So for the introduction, I want to show you this clip. Then we're going to get to just how disgusting, revolting, and upsetting what Trisha Paytas did last night in regards to this awful event that has happened. So we're going to get to that in a second, but before that, I just want to show you this video. This was at a press conference in the States, just hours after this school shooting had happened. And the difference between how someone with a platform has responded to it and addressed it here versus what we are going to be talking about later is disgusting. And I feel like anyone who is using their platform the way that Trisha did in regards to this doesn't deserve a platform. And there's no niceties at all in this video, and I'm trying to keep myself as calm and collected as possible because if you were on my Twitter last night, you would see how angry I got at this. So first of all, I just want to show you this.
I'm not going to talk about basketball. Nothing's happened with our team in the last 6 hours. We're going to start the same way tonight. Any basketball questions don't matter. Since we left shoot-around, 14 children were killed 400 miles from here, and a teacher. And in the last 10 days, we've had elderly black people killed in a supermarket in Buffalo. We've had Asian churchgoers killed in Southern California, and now we have children murdered at school. When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers, because that's what it looks like. It's what we do every week. So I'm fed up. I've had enough. We're going to play the game tonight, but I want every person here, every person listening to this, to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this. We can't sit here and just read about it and go, well, let's have a moment of silence. Yeah, go Dubs, you know. Come on, Mavs, let's go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go play a basketball game. And 50 senators in Washington are going to hold us hostage. Do you realize that 90% of Americans, regardless of political party, want background check, universal background check? 90% of us, we are being held hostage by 50 senators in Washington who refuse to even put it to a vote, despite what we, the American people, want. They won't vote on it because they want to hold on to their own power. It's pathetic. I've had enough.
I just think that was exactly the attitude and exactly how someone with a platform should be speaking about this. Because we need gun reform. We need background checks. Someone that is not of age to buy alcohol, who's not of age to vape, to buy cigarettes, should not be able to walk into a gun store and do anything. Shouldn't even be allowed in the doors. And anyone who, if they so desire these senates to continue that there's not a ban, anyone who goes in there needs to be thorough background checks. This is the conversation anyone with a platform should be having. They should be educating. And if even they don't feel that they're educated themselves, educate yourself and then educate your audience. You have a platform for a reason. You have a platform for a reason. So again, before I get to this bullshit with Trisha, the stuff I'm going to be including down below, Texas Elementary School, GoFundMes for victims, specific victims, for specific families, for the teacher that was involved in this, for the actual school, blood donations, information about that if you're nearby, and then a lot of stuff to do with gun reform. There's just going to be a lot linked down below, and please, please, please don't ignore it. Please check through it. Okay, now, a couple days ago, we made a video that was talking about a tweet that Trisha Paytas had put out that I got very angry over in the moment before any of this had happened, and I think that the issue is even more prominent now. She tweeted out the following, and if you watch my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. She tweeted 2 days ago, "I feel like I'm the only one on Twitter completely disinterested in politics. I hate hearing political takes. Maybe I'm just an idiot or ignorant, but I don't comprehend anything that any one of the parties says, laws, bans, etc. I'm just the perfect example that not everyone should vote." And now 2 days ago, I had a very big problem with that, and today I have an even bigger problem with it. To say that you do not care about laws, bans, parties, anything, politics, political takes, this is so much more than that. This is about protecting your children, protecting the children, protecting one another. Trisha, you're about to be a mother. How dare you? That was evil within itself, and I do believe that it was evil. And then last night, when this event happened, while most of the people that I follow on my timeline, sorry I'm speaking slow, by the way, I'm trying to articulate my thoughts here and not get overly screamy. While most people I followed, if not all, were tweeting last night links, resources, what can we do, finding out more, educating ourselves, there was one person that stuck out. And not just like someone from down the street that I've met once. A big influencer called Trisha Paytas, who tweeted the following. Another mass... What are the answers? How are we not able to stop these? More security for our children, please. This is just horrific. Okay, pretty general tweet. And then she tweets, no public schools for my child. I'll tell you that. The government needs to do more to keep kids safe, but they haven't done anything, and this has been going on too often. And then has included her text conversation with Moses that says, Moses says, definitely no public schools. Another school shooting today. Leaving now. And then Trisha says, I saw. Never. So then Trisha goes on to make a video within hours of this happening called Why I Won't Send My Kids to Public School. Normally I make videos where I will react to Trisha's videos. I have watched this, and I'm not going to go through it because I got so angry in the moment of watching it that Trisha Paytas had the audacity to make this about herself. She made this about herself within hours of it happening, proceeded to make a YouTube video about it within hours of it happening, and again, I'm hoping I'm getting my point across here, made this about herself. So, if we go back to her tweet a couple days ago, where she said, I'm the perfect example, no one should vote, or not everyone should vote, like I'm just so completely uninterested in politics and laws and bans and parties. And then you post a video the next day, why I won't send my kids to public school. And you're talking about how the government aren't doing enough, which they aren't, and how the parties aren't doing enough. And you have the audacity and the confidence to make this video after putting it out publicly that you don't give a shit what happens whenever it comes to politics because you're not even gonna vote. Why should you vote? You don't care enough. You have the audacity to do that. So sit your ass down. The government aren't doing enough, Trish. And the fact that you're willing to put it out there that you don't want to educate yourself on anything to do with laws, bans, parties, politics, and then you make this video, which by the way, the overall sentiment of this video is privilege. Not everyone can afford to send their kids to private school. Not everyone has the resources to homeschool their kids. So again, another very privileged take from Trisha, not only making this devastating, horrifying event about herself, having her video up instantly about it, but also just being tone deaf and showing her privilege by making this now a conversation of if you want to protect your kids, you either homeschool them or private school them. That is incredibly privileged and an incredibly damaging thing to say. And how dare you turn it to that conversation whenever you've publicly said that you're not even willing to give your voice enough to help change the rules for public schools. Because why would you? It doesn't matter to you. You're rich, you're privileged, you're white. And that's the truth. So I'm going to go through a couple tweets from last night. So I responded to Trisha's tweet that said, no more public schools for my kid. And I said, so this tweet still stands today? The one that you tweeted last night that says, I feel like I'm completely uninterested in politics, I don't give a fuck, I'm not going to vote. And then I tweeted, she's already made a video about this and has made it about herself with this video on her Paytas Hackman family channel, by the way. So someone responds to me and says, Yas Queen, exploit those kids for some coin. Don't forget to tell us that we don't need to vote because we're so dumb. So then someone responds to Trisha and says, you're right, Trish. Public schools with black and brown kids are bad and dangerous. Private schools and homeschools with white kids are good and safe. Yeah, whatever. We can see through your bullshit. And then they say, oh, it gets worse. Around 11 minutes into this, she mentions that public schools need to be closed if they aren't going to use her tax dollars for security. Where is anyone making less than 100K a year going to? Public school kids don't deserve an education now, Trisha? So there are solutions to making sure that all kids are safe, Trisha, instead of just the ones with privileged parents. Someone says, this only solves the problem for rich people who can afford private schools, and most rich people are white. The whole schooling system shouldn't even have privatization, but that's a whole other issue. Just ban guns, like every other country that has 0 shootings. But then, don't worry. An hour after Trisha posted that video, she was premiering another live stream on her channel that was Malibu Barbie x Forever 21 haul for me and my daughter. She already moved on within an hour. But don't worry as well. From the time of her uploading that video, she had uploaded an ASMR video, why I won't send my kids to public school, trying on maternity denim from Shein haul, that's 3 videos now, and then a 4th live stream, Forever 21 haul for me and my daughter. 4 videos within 20 hours, whenever the first one was about that she was so scared to send her daughter to public school. She had already done 3 videos in a live stream after exploiting it for herself. So I tweeted, private schools don't solve mass shootings. It's just you being privileged and thinking it does. Now grow up and stop just caring about yourself at Trisha Paytas. I know you follow me and will see this, so actually act on this shit and not milk others' pain and suffering for content. And I know she saw that. I know she did. The tweet got a lot of engagement and she follows me, so she saw it. So she's actively ignoring it again. How dare you? Muckers, I'm going to end off this video. I've now updated you. And again, I want to remind you that the pinned comment and description, please check out the links. They're very important. Not all of them are GoFundMe. If you don't have anything to donate, a lot of them are signing your names on petitions. And that is equally as important. I love you, Muckers. Stay safe. You're very loved. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.